You know, I think looking back, we were coming out of a very deep recession 10 years ago, and we're really expecting we could bring in new employees from the existing labor pool that was out there. The realization was that labor pool had really just depleted or disintegrated with people retiring and displaced into other industries. And the realization came to me that this was our local problem, that Columbus was not going to solve it, Washington was not going to solve it, and we needed to do something, we being industry.
We all had a common problem that he was trying to address, and he had seen the need for all of us to band together to develop some common programs, some common clout, to be heard, to see what we could do to address the problem that we were having, which was primarily that we all needed workers, we all needed skilled workers, we all needed better trained workers.
I think some of this was a little bit of wanting to see what I was up to and pulling together and not be left out of it. But you know, I think once everybody bought in and recognized the sincerity of what I was trying to do, the energy in the room was about the MVMC and what we were getting about accomplishing.
We needed some fast changes. The only way that was going to happen was for us to band together, pool resources from the community, from the state, from any national grants or anything else that was out there.
One of the things that was particularly noteworthy was, for the first time, we manufacturing employers were in the same room with the educators, superintendents and school boards and principals, and discussing the differences of what they think these careers are and what the opportunities for growth are versus what we actually need.
We started doing a lot of outreach. One of the major concerns was how manufacturing was perceived from young people. They just didn't see it, didn't realize that maybe it was even something that was alive in the valley, thought it was something that was dying or dead.
When we first started MVMC, we saw the problems really surrounded by gaps in training and lack of knowledge, because a lot of people were still under the impression that manufacturing was like old manufacturing and didn't include IT, didn't include all the new safety, didn't include so many innovations and machinery, so many things to make work easier now and more safer, more pleasant.
We have some excellent education partners, and I think they really embraced the model, and that started to make a difference, and we were able to dial in on some curriculum and dial in on where we were going to go with our partners, and again, about 2 years into it, really started to see some momentum around that.
The MVMC was a small group, started with 11 companies, but the reach it has now, with the grants we've been able to get, the people involved, it's kind of amazing how much impact we've had.
You know, I think a pivotal moment that really made me feel like we could move the needle was when we engaged Jessica Borza through Thomas P. Miller and Associates. I think when the group recognized we needed to put some skin in the game financially to hire some human capital resources, to me that was big, and that's what really, I think, sets us apart from a lot of organizations that try to do this.
She was able to use all of her resources to pull so many people and so many things together, and now that has expanded so that we at MVMC have become a best practice.
Today the organization has the recognition and the reputation for making change, for having the needs met by the educators, by the curriculum, to the actual needs of the manufacturers.
The most rewarding thing to me is seeing it perpetuated and seeing others committed to it as well. That it might have been my vision to start, but others have picked up the ball and helped carry it.